paradise. It's the place that drew me and so many more like me to the middle of the Mojave Desert. Surrounded by that darkness, the brilliant lights of the Strip are visible all the way into outer space, lighting the way for more than 40 million people that come here each year, each carrying their own dream.
Oh my God! It's Wayne Newton!
Because Vegas is always called out to the dreamers.
Hey, there you are!
We're going to Vegas, Mike.
Vegas! You think we get there by midnight?
Honey, we're going to be up 500 by midnight.
It's a city that beckons to the bold and that calls out to believers of what's possible. That's what Vegas does and what it's always done. It requires you to have more nerve than the next guy. To accept that risk is part of living. It's why Vegas is the city of Sinatra, Elvis, and Tyson, of one-hour engagements and all-night runs. It's where the running Rebels and the Raiders are.
Wayne's entertained everybody.
It's home to my UFC, to the biggest fights, the largest names, and the greatest stories.
I've been down the whole night now. We're coming now. We're coming now.
And it's why it feels so right as a setting for this. For the greatest spectacle in sports entertainment to return to the grandest stage on the globe. Because this cultural phenomenon, this annual wonder, is also a vision made real. How it's evolved over time from a 2-hour program to a 2-night experience. How it's grown from an arena show to a stadium marvel. Welcome to Wrestlemania! And for the first time in more than 3 decades, it all comes back here. An event where all who come down that ramp and who enter that ring carry their own dreams to make their vision real and their hope true. Where else but Las Vegas? Where else but a place called paradise? Where else but f***ing WrestleMania?
We allowed voice audio, so you lot won't be able to watch, but you will be able to hear. So if you're on the go, come on, listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to sing God Bless America, please welcome Jelly Roll!
Oh, what's going on now?
God bless America.
What is that? Oh, Jelly Roll.
That I love, stand beside her, oh, and guide her.
Alright, let's...
Through the night,
40 seconds, let's go.
from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, wide with fire. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Hell yeah, Jelly Roll.
No confidence.
No confidence.
'This
This is wonderful Las Vegas, the desert playground and host to some of the greatest events on the planet. And this is also the home of the NFL's Raiders. Allegiant Stadium on the Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. Over 60,000 WWE fans expected tonight for WrestleMania Saturday. And tonight's arrivals are brought to you by Xfinity. Stream all of WWE action you love with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. A lot of history in this triple threat matchup tonight. Three of the biggest stars on the planet, including Roman Reigns, who will main event his 10th WrestleMania, but he goes it alone for the first time in many years. The history between Roman Reigns and this man dates back decades. Seth freaking Rollins, who made a statement Monday and also claims Paul Heyman owes him a favor. Paul Heyman has already agreed to join who he calls his best friend. Heyman will be in the corner of CM Punk tonight for this massive triple threat match live on WrestleMania Saturday. The fabulous Charlotte Flair, looking to win her 15th world title, heads into what may well be the most emotional match of her awesome career when she takes on the woman who has taken WWE by storm, WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffany time tonight. Allegiant Stadium is jam-packed tonight with over 60,000 WWE fans waiting for the match that will kick off WrestleMania Saturday. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther, looking to stop another WrestleMania letdown. The man who stands in his way heads into the biggest match of his career. Main event, Jey Uso. Can Jey Uso do the unthinkable? Can Jey Uso knock off Gunther here tonight at WrestleMania Saturday?
Every legendary story has heroes and villains. In this game, it can be hard to tell which is which.
I think the fans can expect the unpredictable.
You think by now you'd know the whole story. This is just the beginning. All the history.
Still WrestleMania, you've done something special.
All the legends. This time, right here, it's the realest it's ever been. Ever.
WrestleManiaaaa is taking over Las Vegas.
Look around. We're everywhere.
The growth of professional wrestling, the institution, it is stunning.
Whatever you say, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's the belt! You brought the belt! The power of WrestleMania. Magical time for the WWE right now.
Yes, it is.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Don't get out of Vegas, man.
Vegas is about to find out how real this can get.
All bets are off now. This is gonna get nasty.
And the stakes quite simply can't get any higher.
You know what I like about legendary stories? Sometimes they're true.
This is my brutality.
Triple threat match. Talk about a big fight.
So tonight, who's Who's it gonna be?
This is what you came for.
Heroes or villains?
No breaks. Here we go. CM Punk set. And our tribal chief, the only tribal chief. I am eating WrestleMania is sacred. Because of me, you're in the main event. I cannot wait.
And now, Snickers and WWE 2K25 present the Global Entertainment Spectacular, WrestleMania.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome WWE Chief Content Officer and 2025 WWE Hall of Fame inductee, Paul Triple H
This one, I have a day one, I have a OT Bloodline one, I have a new one, and I have a Bloodline at the
It is my distinct honor to welcome you to Las Vegas,
They had the WrestleMania last week,
where for the first time ever, right here, right now, all of you are being seen by the entire globe live now. So with that said, welcome to WrestleMania!
Hello, world!
You are looking live at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Over 60,000 WWE fans will be in attendance tonight as we welcome you to the greatest event in entertainment. This is WrestleMania.
They want nothing there. James, you come out with who is it? Who is it? Oh, who's that? That's what James
And here it is from the virtual streets of Southtown, all the way to WrestleMania. Introducing Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves' latest fighter, Salvatore Ganacci. When not a playable character in the video game, Salvatore is a world-renowned artist and record producer.
Hell yeah, Salvatore! Okay!
Now we're kicking off the show! Come on, Wade! Wade! What a moment!
Go ahead, eat a little in Sin City!
Wouldn't be the first time! The Raiderettes from the Las Vegas Raiders of the NFL are here.
Thank you for the hospitality!
Tom Brady and the Las Vegas Raiders. Your stadium is immaculate. And this place is upside down. Early.
Here he comes, Pat. Main event, Jey Uso, the biggest night of his career. The winner of the Royal Rumble.
Stay on beat, Cole.
Stay on beat. I'm just excited to be here.
We all are, baby. It's WrestleMania. And this particular WrestleMania will be one that Jey Uso will remember for the rest of his life. When a documentary is made about the right-hand man, tonight will be in it. Could it be the first time he's a world champion all by himself? Or a night he gets his heart broken by the ring general? Until then, I'll tell you what, Cole. Lonnie Eaton here early.
Wade, you might have to call the whole show.
Quite happily, I'm sure it'll be a vast improvement from you two jumping out of the blocks at an 11. I will say, in an entire stadium, yeeting to the max right now, Jey Uso seems remarkably restrained.
He's the only one that can restrain himself from. Yeet, 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 yeet over Vegas, baby.
Well, it's all excitement for everyone else, but Jey Uso is the man that has to now step in the ring with the ring general Gunther.
Let's get to that in a moment.
For celebrations.
Because everybody's having fun. Even Rick Rubin is yeeting in the front row, Pat.
I like that. I like that. Big brain man from a lot of great songs. This being a banger. Drew Andrew. How do you do? Ricky Root.
Hey, look at Jey eating right next to our lucky Slim Jim sweepstakes winner, who is living the ultimate fan experience thanks to Slim Jim. Need a little excitement? Snap in to a Slim Jim. Come on, Oos! Come on, Oos!
And baby, that was a WrestleMania.
Come on, Blair. A little subdued.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WrestleMania. Pat McAfee and I are here, and for the first time at the announce desk in his WrestleMania debut, Wade Barrett. Welcome, partner.
I'm so pumped up for this. I know it might not have seen so much like that during the eating experience. I'm trying to pace myself. This is a massive show with massive matches, and I'm so honored to be a part of this process.
Hey, even the Spanish announcers, Marcelo Rodriguez and Jerry Soto, doing some yeeting as well.
Así es. Cabalgan, familia hispana. Aquí estamos en vivo con nuestra mesa en WrestleMania para hacer historia nuevamente. Así es, y es gracias a ustedes. Disfruten de WrestleMania. Oh, y entonces.
Well, the stars are out tonight. We'd like to welcome Turki Al-Sheikh, the chairman of the GEA from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They welcome us into their country a couple of times a year. He's enjoying WrestleMania here tonight.
Welcome to the show, Turkey. Thank you for coming. We're leading off with the biggest wagon in WWE. The Yeet Train starts WrestleMania 41.
Well, let's get down to business now, and Wade hit the nail on the head. All the fun and games are over here in a couple of minutes for Jey Uso. He comes in tonight, Wade, 0-6 in World Championship matches in his career. Perhaps more importantly, 0-3 when it comes to going one-on-one with Gunther.
Well, pressure is no greater than right here at WrestleMania. Jay's been here before, he's done it before, but he's done it in tag action where he's had somebody to lean on. He stands alone, and it must be the most lonely spot on planet Earth, knowing what is about to walk down this aisle.
He's not alone at all. I think you can see clearly, Wade. Out of Vegas is with him.
Nothing, no info, no losing title.
Gunther marching his way to the ring. He has only been pinned by 2 men since arriving on the scene on Monday Night Raw a number of years ago. One was Cody Rhodes back at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia in November. The other was a year ago, Pat, right here at WrestleMania, when he went into the matchup a heavy favorite against the underdog Sami Zayn. Sami would go on to upset Gunther and end the 666-day reign as champion.
And certainly Sami Zayn is a very capable competitor. Maybe Gunther took him less seriously than he should. A record at 51-3, this man wins and wins and wins some more. Doesn't understand losing. But the last couple of weeks, he seemingly has lost himself a little bit with Jey Uso barking back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this also making her WrestleMania debut tonight, our ring announcer, the great Alicia Taylor.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the World Heavyweight Championship! Introducing first, the challenger from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso. And his opponent, from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther!
Jey Uso won the 2025 Royal Rumble. He would go on to pick this man, Gunther, to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. Wade, a lot of people have questioned the decision of why Uso would pick this monster known as Gunther.
Well, it's a mountain to climb from the word go. For the past 3 months, Gunther has been at his brutalist worst. It looked like it had crumbled Jey Uso from the off, but the last 2 weeks, we've seen a very different version of main event Jey.
You win the Royal Rumble, you have an opportunity to be a world champion. No matter who you face, it's going to be tough. This one might be the toughest of them all.
Talked a lot over the past couple of weeks, the fact that after bloodying and bludgeoning Jey Uso's brother Jimmy, that Gunther sent Jey Uso into another space, into another plane. Jey Uso's been intense. Jey Uso has been focused, and perhaps, Wade, for the first time, Gunther has lost some control of this situation.
Yeah, it's been a morphing act by Jey Uso, and that morphing act has completely rattled the champ. Everything Gunther thought he knew about Jey Uso has gone out the window.
I think everything Jey Uso thought he knew about Jey Uso has gone out the window. Feels like a new person as of late, as we wait each other out here a little bit on the big stage.
The problem for Jey, I mentioned before, 0-3 in one-on-one matches with Gunther. Back in 2024 when Jey Uso was the Iron Man of the Rumble that year.
Let's get started,
50 minutes before being eliminated by Gunther, and we're underway. Are you surprised, Wade, that Jey Uso went for the collar and elbow tie-up to start this match?
Yeah, I am completely. And listen, the mindset of Jey Uso may have appeared to have changed over the past 2 weeks. Physically, he's still the same guy. That's the problem. Physically, nobody.
Oh, and Jey firing back with a right, and he drops Gunther. And Gunther now back on his heels, and he's going to roll out of the way. The ring now to readjust.
All right, forget everything I just said. Physically, that did indeed rock Gunther. But when Gunther feels a weakness on himself, he fixes it and comes back stronger.
Yeah, Jey Uso has actually put on some muscle over the last few months. He's got a new neck tat, so physically he's different as well coming in here. And I think what Gunther just realized was, wait a minute, Jey Uso can throw hands if he has to.
Yeah, real contrast in styles in this matchup. Gunther is steadfast, machine-like. He's redefined brutality here in WWE. For Jey Uso, he's flashy, he's quick, he's a veteran, looking to outsmart Gunther here tonight, which I'm not sure you can do against the ring general.
Well, Gunther leaves no stone unturned in his preparation, especially for the biggest matches here at WrestleMania. Jey Uso simply cannot outmaneuver the champ physically.
Side headlock, and Pat, if you're Gunther, you want to try to ground and pound Uso tonight.
Absolutely. Gunther's trying to pound everything in sight.
Big shoulder tackle. Uso with his quickness moves out of the way. And Jey Uso with a shoulder tackle of his own. Chopped by Gunther.
Yeah, those are going to be the equalizers here.
And a step up in Zaguri drops the champ again. And again, Gunther has to roll out of the way and try to reassess this situation.
Step up in Zaguri gives Jey a little bit of peace here.
Well, here's the shocking moment. That huge chop from Gunther there. Jey just ate it. It rattled him, but he didn't go down. That has surprised the big Austrian.
The dominant champion who's held the title 80% of his career in WWE. 870 days as the NXT UK champ. 666 days as the Intercontinental champion. 258 days now as the world champ since winning back at SummerSlam. One thing Gunther has to do, Pat, is not allow the crowd to get into this match.
Yeah, you watch him just take a step back there once the eating started here in Las Vegas, and maybe it is in his head a little bit that the whole stadium's against him.
Being a former NFL player, explain to us the importance of the momentum of the crowd to help your team.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing. Stats and analytics don't really know how to explain it, but if the vibes are good and they're going, confidence is high.
Not enough. And Gunther into the cover now. Jey forced to kick out. And I'm not sure you want to try to overpower Gunther here.
Yeah, and I guess you're overestimating the importance of crowd noise when it comes to Gunther. A lot of people, yes, it will affect. Gunther is just built so different. He's got the granite mindset. Noise from the peanut gallery is not going to affect him at all.
You want to talk about noise? The chops to Jey's chest tonight that people are going to hear maybe for the first time, alarming. What that right hand of that Austrian man can do. He's devastated. Body slam from Jey Uso.
Now Gunther backing up into the corner again, and Jey Uso caught him. And Jey now starting to roll. Gunther, the champion, could be in some trouble. Gunther was not expecting. Oh, that chop will stop Jey in his tracks as he tumbles and falls to the floor.
That's what I was talking about just moments ago.
It's been flurries. It's been 100 miles an hour from Jey Uso. It has rattled the champ on occasion, but one killer blow like that changes everything.
And again, another look at this chop.
It's his finisher.
Boom!
If he hits it, it could be over immediately.
And remember, guys, no hurry for Gunther here. He's got the champion's advantage. Jey must pin or submit Gunther to win the title.
And this is the pace that Gunther likes. It was that 100 miles an hour stuff from Jey Uso that was playing into Uso's game plan. Now this is all back to the drawing board.
Gunther goes 6'4", 250 from Vienna, Austria, and that big uppercut drops Jey again. And now it almost feels like, Pat, that Gunther's starting to settle in.
Yeah, this is right where Gunther likes to be. He's in complete control. You are at his mercy, and he's chopping and thumping your body down.
And if you were Jey Uso, Wade, this is what you had to try to avoid.
Yeah, absolutely. You asked him on 3 weeks ago. Jey Uso had zero chance in this match. All that has changed in the meantime is a couple of fired-up speeches from Jey Uso. Physically, He's exactly the same, and now he's getting dominated by Gunther. This was inevitable.
You don't think that affected Gunther emotionally at all?
Until the bell rings, and then something switches in the mind of Gunther. And
now,
this version appears.
And now the match settling into the point where I believe many people thought this match would be, that the dominance of Gunther, didn't want to believe it, wanted to believe in Jay, and Jay with a spear! He caught him out of midair with a spear, Jay's now to steal a win over Gunther, who's got to kick it too. Now, if you're the champion, Wade, that's going to knock you all out of sorts.
Yeah, and if everything you're saying, Wade, is true, then Jey Uso didn't just spear Gunther out of his boots and almost win the title right here in Las Vegas.
Let's take another look at this. Spear connects to perfection, but to be honest, Gunther absorbed it, kicked out at exactly the right moment, keeps the match alive, and really, Jey Uso took too long to follow it up.
Yeah, you got to wonder if Jay got all that spear with full momentum, but Jay's still fighting back, and Gunther seems to be on his heels a bit here.
In the case, Jey Uso is back in charge.
Ooh, wow, never mind.
The biggest equalizer in the game. Throw whatever you want at Gunther. Wait a second.
Went for the power bomb, and Jay turned it into a Samoan drop. Great counter by Jay. He's been beaten by that power bomb before.
I'll tell you this, Jey Uso is as locked in as I have ever seen him. I go back 16 years with that guy. This is a very different, more combative version of Jey Uso.
Referee Sean Bennett, the official in this World Championship matchup. Gunther now will not allow Uso to get to the top rope. Gunther will meet him there, however. And now the world champion looking to take control. Hooking Uso. Top rope now for Gunther. Into that suplex, driving Jey Uso across the ring.
There's a throw off the top rope.
And there's that dinosaur drop kick by the gargantuan Gunther, who now looks to put Uso away with a power bomb, and this is what we are afraid of. Stacks him up for the win, and the retention, and a kick out at 2 by Jay.
How did Jay kick out of that?
Well, Gunther is transforming the game before our eyes. No one in history has stacked heavy offense in a row quite like Gunther. This was the final piece in the puzzle, the high-stack powerbomb. Final piece until it wasn't. Jey Uso still has some resolve left in him.
What a night tonight at Allegiant Stadium. We kick off WrestleMania Saturday with a World Heavyweight title on the line. Over 60,000 will be in this building tonight in Las Vegas.
An absolutely electrifying atmosphere. WrestleMania weekends are a must-do for any human with breath.
It's been a wild 24 hours already. Right hand, big slap by Gunther, drops Jay again. And now Gunther looking to deliver yet another power bomb to Jey Uso. Jey puts him around with a nice rana. And now Jey Uso, spear again by Jay. Jay's got Gunther hurt. Gunther's down. Jey Uso's going to look to go up top. Is it Jay's moment? Is it Jay's opportunity? Jay from the top rope, frog splash connecting. Cover. Gunther kicks out at 2.
Well, they've both now dropped their heaviest artillery, and it simply hasn't worked. Gunther going for that second bite of the cherry. Jay beats him to the punch with this spear, this time following it up with that iconic splash. But Gunther is the champ for a reason, and this one lives on.
And it's interesting because both the men have hit their finishers, their Uso splash and the power bomb. And
Uso really just won. He did a spit into an Uso smash.
You got to believe is frustrating.
He's taking his bat and ball and going home.
Oh my God, Gunther just taking him.
Gunther has grabbed his world title.
You're not gonna lose that for me, sir. You're not gonna lose that for me. Nobody will.
And Jey Uso, now look at the referee Bennett had a duck out of the way, and Gunther used the belt as a weapon. Jey Uso with a belt to the face. Gunther now going up to the top rope. Gunther with a splash. Gunther looking to retain and steal this matchup. Kick out by Jay.
Oh, the hell is there anything left in Jey Uso?
And now the frustration is setting in, Wade. Gunther realized that was his opportunity, and now locking in the sleeper. The choke is locked in.
This looks very similar to what was happening to Jimmy a couple weeks ago.
Indeed, and Jey Uso was forced to watch as his brother was choked out, a bloody mess in the center of the ring. WWE fans trying to rally Jey Uso some way, somehow. Jey trying to make it to the rope. Gunther going to turn it around now and lock it in.
And the eyes of Jey Uso slowly fading. This is the last roll of the dice if he can't get to that rope.
Jey trying to make it to the rope. Gunther doing a nice job blocking.
Oh no!
Drags Jey back to the center of the ring, and now it's just a matter of time.
Squeezing the soul out of the body of Jey Uso, still scrambling.
They made it to the ropes. Jey made it to the ropes. Great move by Jey. Made it to the ropes. The official gives Gunther a 5 to break.
I thought that was it, Wade. I thought Gunther was going to do what he's done so many times in the past, and that's just make Jey Uso go night-night.
Well, he ain't night-night quite yet, but things are getting incredibly close.
Gunther screaming at Uso, obviously frustrated, trying to figure out what he needs to do to put Jey away. A couple of vicious knees to the jaw of Jey Uso, and another chop, and Gunther's ticked off right now.
Well, you get hit with a title, your brain is scrambled. Jey Uso at this point completely defenseless. I'm starting to question the likelihood of Jey Uso's ongoing aliveness.
You saw the official, Sean Bennett, again, checking on Jey Uso, and Jey says, just bring it. And now another chop by Gunther. Uso is laughing. Jey Uso is laughing at the chops from Gunther.
Jey Uso said, you know the family I grew up in? You think you're going to be able to out-tough me?
And another one walks right into that. Drops Jey to the knees. Not sure that was wise, but to your point, Jey might not have a clue where he's at.
You can laugh all you want. Imminently, Jey Uso is going to start looking like Jimmy did several weeks ago.
That's a really good point. Gunther promised he would bloody and bludgeon and batter Jey Uso in this match tonight.
Gunther waiting for Jey to get back to his feet.
Oh, Jey back to his feet. Nice blow by Uso. World champ works on the left arm and a chop to Jey.
Caving the...
And another chop. Drops the challenger.
And at this point, Jey Uso clearly is not thinking like the normal Jey Uso, and the referee needs to keep a close eye on this. Part of the job of the referee is to protect competitors when they can't protect themselves.
It's a championship fight. Jey Uso's nowhere near quitting.
Jey fighting back. There's been some physical, vicious championship matches in all genres here in Las Vegas over the years. Gunther and Jey now exchanging blows like massive heavyweights in the middle of the ring. What's going to give here? And Gunther with a clothesline. Jey still on his feet. A clothesline to Gunther as well. Jey still standing tall.
Big boot.
And that'll knock the champ down.
Jey Uso looking like a man possessed.
Just want
I didn't mean to.
through a toughness war with Gunther in one.
We talked about it on the Countdown Show. You never know when you're ever going to get another opportunity at the World Championship. You got to take it when you can. And now Gunther from behind. The choke now on Uso. Able to duck from underneath. Nice German suplex by Jey.
Jey taking a minute, but he can't take too long. Gunther will take advantage.
Jey going deep into the playbook tonight.
Jey Uso is basically hitting Gunther's greatest hits on Gunther right now. That clothesline, that German suplex. Gunther, whatever he expected tonight, it certainly was not this.
It was a great game plan developed here by Jey Uso. And Jey now there again, that's that big dinosaur drop kick. Drops the number one contender in his tracks. Gunther now, center of the ring. Hoisting Jey Uso up, powerbomb position. Jey able to counter. Jey counters. Jey's got Gunther in a powerbomb of his own.
Yet again, pulling out moves from the repertoire of the champ.
Studying film. Growing his game.
Jey just hit Gunther with a powerbomb and a super kick, and suddenly Uso showing signs of life.
A powerbomb to the ring general.
Roman Reigns told us on Pat McAfee's show Friday how proud he was of Jey Uso in this opportunity tonight. Spear! Speaking of Roman Reigns, a spear by Jey. Gunther's down. Jey's gonna climb high.
Go on, Jey!
Uso splash! Smart by Jey. One didn't get it done last time, so Jey is gonna try to develop another one here. A second Uso splash.
Rolls through again, Cole. I think he's thinking 3 Uso splashes.
Well, Gunther looks like a beaten man already.
Jey Uso going for the trifecta in Vegas. Connects this time to the back of Gunther. Does Jey have a chance? Does Jey Uso have a chance for the upset of the year?
Is Jey Uso about to be world champion?
You're a betting man. You're putting all on Jey Uso.
And now Jey with a choke, with a sleeper on Gunther, turning Gunther's offense around him. Uso's got it locked in on Gunther. Gunther's fading. Gunther taps down. Jey Uso wins the damn title.
World Heavyweight Champion, main event, Jey Uso.
You guys want to talk about poetic justice? Jey Uso turned the tables tonight on Gunther.
Jey Uso's world champion.
Jey Uso wins his first title. He rolled the dice on the strip and it paid off. Gunther tapped out. Wait, take us through the end of this.
What a miracle performance from Jey Uso. This is where it looked like the fix was in for Gunther, connecting with the skull of Jey with that championship, following it up with this massive splash. But something came over Jey Uso tonight and he refused to be denied. And
Gunther tapped out,
throwing everything he had at the man. But Jey was simply equal to it and more.
Jey did it. Jey Uso did it.
Hitting Gunther with multiples of his own offense, then pulling out Jey Uso's own greatest hits. The spear, the splash, we saw multiple super kicks, but this was the poetic moment that Michael Cole mentioned. Just when Jey Uso's hopes were fading, he saw a vision of his own brother covered in blood, and this is how he chose to defeat the man that put Jimmy Uso in that state.
Ladies and gentlemen, a career that started a couple of decades ago in a small promotion that was before NXT, known as Florida Championship Wrestling. The late, great Dusty Rhodes once said that Jimmy and Jey Uso were going to be massive stars. And tonight, Jey Uso fulfilled that prophecy. From Tampa, Florida, to Las Vegas, Nevada, to the World Heavyweight Championship and the top of the world.
You did it, Jey!
And look who is in the ring. Brother Jimmy, tears in his eyes, emotion overflowing tonight. There is a reason it's day one-ish. The twin brothers, together through thick and thin. They've had their problems, they've battled each other, they've been at each other's side. But tonight, Jimmy Uso is here to present his brother Jey with the most coveted prize, the World Heavyweight Championship.
You talk about day one-ish. This is just day one of the Jey Uso era as world champion.
We know that Jey Uso's father, the Hall of Famer Rikishi, is somewhere in this stadium tonight. Pat, you remember, and Wade, you were there that night with me, back in Indianapolis, Indiana. The night that Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble, when you and I walked into a bar at our hotel, and Rikishi, Jey's father, was there, and he ran up to us, and he gave us a massive hug, and there were tears in his eyes as he watched his son win the Rumble. You can only imagine what Rikishi is doing tonight, because he can call his son the World Heavyweight Champion.
You talk about working your ass off, doing it the right way, winning over every single human in the WWE universe, and then cashing in on the grandest stage of them all to become world champion. You're talking about a dream come true. You're talking about an iconic storyline that'll live forever. You're talking about a Yeet documentary that might be about a future GOAT in this industry. Jey Uso's world champ, Cole. Why don't you go on in? Yeet a little bit.
Congratulations to the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. Say it one time, Pat.
Yeet. Jey Uso, World Champ.
He tried to yeet, but the song went wrong. What happened? He tried to yeet, but it wasn't the time to yeet. He yeeted at the wrong time.
I knew we should have stopped back there.
Let me talk to you! Jammed up?
Yeah!
Snap it to a Slim Jim! Oh yeah!
What? Slim Jim.
Tear into the space!
Let's go!
Yeah! Never know what's Slim Jim, oh yeah!
American. Not even like.
You walked into my life just like a dream. Will you hold me like a dream?
Come on. Don't say ASMR. I think I'm gonna get.
It'll always be me.
Tonight belongs to the American Nightmare.
The Queen!
Rated T for teen.
Man, what a night. Jey Uso, the new World Heavyweight Champion. And the amazing visuals you're seeing tonight at WrestleMania are presented by Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Get ready to rev it up in the legendary fighting game, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, comes to your PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on April 24th. Man, the celebrities are out in Vegas tonight, Pat.
That is right. Shout out to everybody that came through, including 9-time Grammy Award-winning music producer and genius Rick Rubin. Big wrestling fan, massive supporter, as is Chris Angel, host of Mind Freak, currently live at Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas. He once sawed a man in half and put him back on TV in the same half hour. And ladies and gentlemen, George Kittle, a 6-time Pro Bowler, taking a beer to the face to celebrate his 8th WrestleMania.
Oh my God, Wade, that beer looks so good.
We'll bring him out with us later.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, the best seat in the house since 1925. Happy 100th to the Goodyear blimp. I'm still worked up over what Jey Uso accomplished moments ago. Well, the sun sets on the era of positivity and awakens a frightening new day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods will take on the War Raiders in a World Tag Team Championship clash up next. For now, here's an exclusive look at New Day's pursuit of the titles the War Raiders have held since December.
When we started this 10 years ago, all we had was each other. Until I am medically cleared to return to this ring, I am going to remind the two of you exactly who you are. You left us. I broke my neck. You
chose yourself over us. You are never going to be medically clear. And since that's the case, why don't you get the hell out of this ring and get back to your desk where you belong? It's just us, bro.
It's a new era, the new day, and nobody likes it.
We came out.
I think it's best if you find somewhere else to change.
If you don't let us speak,
Maternal pride is over.
No! You know all that we've done is...
Xavier Woods' family has turned on him because of his actions toward Big E.
What do we do if they don't get it? You're gonna tell me you're this man over one day? Day?
You both should be ashamed of yourselves.
How about everybody shut up? You are looking at the greatest tag team to ever step foot in professional wrestling. How about this?
Taste of what the New Day is willing to do to get our titles back.
We demand what we are owed and what we deserve. And that is a title match for the WWE World Tag Team Championship.
Xavier, Kofi, you run your mouths about how the New Day is the greatest tag team of all time. But the fact of the matter is, the War Raiders have blazed a path of world domination for more than a decade.
World Tag Team titles on the line.
We had you beat. You took the coward's way out. You knew you couldn't beat us. You say this is about these titles, but it's about more than these championships now. You took this to a whole new level. Because you didn't come for these titles. You came for my neck. You tried to end my career. So at WrestleMania, this isn't gonna be a match. Hell, this isn't even gonna be a fight. This is war. War? It's been war the whole time.
But the warpath stops at WrestleMania when we take back what belongs to us. And we remind the entire world that your boys, the New Day, are the greatest tag team on the face of planet Earth.
Every irrelevant and immature member of the WWE Universe will have no choice but to drop to their knees, raise their hands to the sky, and scream in unison, "Thank God for the New Day."
It's your boys, the New Day.
These guys suck.
That's one way to put it.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 417 pounds. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
The New Day tonight looking for a record 12th tag team title. Interesting, guys. Xavier Woods is 0-6 at WrestleMania. Kofi Kingston is just 2-13 at the big show. Well, guys, beginning tonight, every superstar performing will wear a commemorative WrestleMania patch. That will be inserted into Topps trading cards later this year. And beginning on Monday's episode of WWE Raw, any debuting superstar will sport the main roster debut patch, which will similarly be featured in a future set of Topps WWE trading cards. You never know when you might pull that one-of-one Topps trading card.
Well, talking about what superstars are wearing tonight, how about these outfits from the New Day? First of all, clearly a nod to WrestleMania 9's Giant Gonzalez.
How did that work out?
Can you smell chloroform right now? Keep that on ice. However, look closer at the patch. There is a three-headed unicorn on the backs of both of these men. One of the heads has withered and died. I'm sure we can all figure out who that refers to.
Yeah, you were very disrespectful to Big E on the Countdown show earlier today, Wade.
I understand the perspective of the New Day. Big E was an albatross around their necks. He had basically turned these guys. George Kittle mouthing off.
I hope George Kittle beats their ass right here, right now.
Where's security? This is not acceptable at this level.
Beat him up, George.
This is not an NFL field. Let them
got a match.
compete.
Wait a minute.
You got a match.
Wait a minute. George Kittle acting like a fan, screaming at the New Day. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
I think he swore at them. That was the problem.
Should have punched him, George. You know what time it is. Raw is Roar. Raiders.
It's not Raw, it's Mania, man.
Your opponents at a combined weight of 597 pounds. They are the World Tag Team Champions, Eric and Ivar, the War Raiders.
When you see him, you know Mania is War.
And they are defending the tag titles from Raw, that is World Tag Team titles. Listen, Eric and Ivar dressed as Clash of Clan characters tonight. Eric is the Barbarian King, Ivar as Pekka.
And this is an absolute disgrace. Who are the video game aficionados in WWE? It is the New Day. Up, up, down, down. And even the video game world has turned their backs on one of the greatest tag teams of all time and refused to give them the outfits.
I'll tell you what, you go up, up, down, down against the Barbarian King. First hero unlocked at Town Hall 7. Has high damage and can protect the troops with low health. And then you go down to Pekka. This is a robot-like troop with high damage and good armor. So you put those two together, I think the New Day are in some doo-doo problems.
I didn't know you were a gamer.
Oh, they could have had Hog Rider out here. It would have been a whole new game. Hog Rider.
Did you say put armor on your Pekka? Did I hear that correct?
Pekka is the character.
Okay.
Barbarian King is the character. Hog Rider is a fast-moving, heavily armored unit.
Yeah, I'm just checking on that. It's such a good
War Raiders defending the titles against the New Day here tonight.
Pekka starting this match for the War Raiders.
That would actually be Eric, and now the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods trying to double team Eric of the War Raiders.
Big time right from Xavier that he just laughs at.
Eric just powers up Kofi and uses him as a battering ram against Xavier Woods. War Raiders won the tag titles back in December. Tag mate Ivar is now the legal man.
The War Raiders are so damn innovative.
Yeah, here's the double team, just dumping Ivar onto both New Day members.
And listen, both War Raiders have had major neck surgeries in their career. We talked about that in the past. That's part of the reason why they are completely reckless with their own bodies in pursuit of victory. And this does not look good for New Day right out of the blocks.
No risking, no business.
Running cross body.
Well, New Day love pancakes. Now they are a pair of pancakes after that.
Oh, that's like getting hit by a refrigerator.
Absolutely.
Tag made. Here comes Eric of the War Raiders.
Now they're in complete control here, looking to do a little tag team wrestling. War Raiders.
And look at this 330-pound man covered by Eric for the win. Kick out somehow by Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods got 330 pounds to his face, not once, but actually twice, and somehow kicked out a 2.
I hope that our ring announcer, Alicia Taylor, is upset over the fact that Xavier Woods stole her haircut for this match tonight.
Yes, you can be inspired by the greats even when everybody hates you.
Oh, and look at this. Xavier Woods intercepting Eric, and now the attack is underway.
We have it on good authority that...
Into the barricade. And remember the bad neck of Eric, a focal point of the New Day this past week.
Yeah, they're not scared to kind of do anything they got to do to win again. And that's kind of been the MO of this New Day. Kofi's parents are actually pulling for the War Raiders.
Well, a lot of people are taking shots at the New Day because of their treatment of Big E. The truth is they had to change something.
Look at this.
They've become a nostalgia act.
And now right to the back of Eric. And remember, and we're going to harp on this because we have to, the surgically repaired neck of Eric, which almost cost him his wrestling career a number of years ago. Cover now to win the tag titles. Hook to the leg, kick out by Eric at 2.
Well, tonight is really the acid test for the New Day. Was it a good idea to jettison Big E, win the titles, and all is forgiven? And this is part of the journey for them getting back to championship gold that they have not held in several years.
And you know what's interesting, guys? They know each other so well. They've met over a dozen times over the past number of years. It's been a tremendous rivalry between these two teams.
And New Day's potential.
Oh, and look at that.
Future Hall of Famers. I think a lot of people would say guaranteed.
Off the famouser, cover now and a kick out.
A lot of people would say guaranteed future Hall of Famers, but with the way they're operating, they might burn enough bridges that nobody wants them in the Hall of Fame. But if they win another title in this new era, new version of the New Day, you're talking about greatest of all time conversations forever.
I think you're already there. I mean, they've held 11 plus the NXT championship, but it's been over 2 years since they've been tag titles. Xavier Woods again targeting the back of the neck of Eric. Great strategy by the New Day. Hooks the arm and the leg, and that was a great cover there.
Yeah, superb, tightly hooked. There's a lot left in the tank of Eric, although that neck of his has surely taken a ton of abuse thus far, and Ivar on the outside, desperate to get himself in there.
Well, mocking one of the greatest of all time, Ric Flair. Xavier. And
mocking, it's a tribute.
Seemed like it. Chopped by Woods, and now Eric trying to fight back. Desperation time now for Eric.
Well, this is why New Day are such specialists. They've completely isolated Eric, got him on the wrong side of the tracks, and now they're dropping the hammer.
Well, now they're going to steal one out of the book of the great Hardy Boys, but Eric catches Kofi Kingston in midair and drops him right onto the back of Xavier Woods.
I mean, the New Day were taking their sweet-ass time there. It was only a matter of time before the War Raiders were able to gain their breath. And Ivar's looking to get into the match.
A little bit of arrogance kicking in for the New Day. Starting to showboat too much.
Tag, here comes
what
Ivar.
An error.
Ivar, the 300-plus pounder with a big back body drop to Kofi Kingston. Mentioned Kofi's record, not stellar at WrestleMania. There's the crossbody, but he did win the world title here. Kofi Mania, of course, a number of years ago.
And just a 330-pound weapon, this guy.
How impressive is Ivar when he gets a...
Oh, sit down, Kofi goes splat.
Cartwheel.
And down goes Woods.
It's an arsenal of moves a guy that big should never, ever possess.
Now he's calling for war in Vegas.
Back to his feet is Kofi Kingston. Ivar lifting Kofi up. Kofi able to get out of it with a kick right to the face.
Big heel to the chin there by Kofi. Perfectly placed.
Referee Eddie Orengo.
Always has a great fade and a great eye on the call.
And big Mets fan, that's one today. Here's the double team.
Watch this.
Try to double team, and Ivar going to take out both members of the New Day.
Well, Ivar really has to do this on his own with Eric down and seemingly out. I would not put it past the big man.
Now what's he thinking?
It's got to be a scary sight, Pat. Can you imagine? 300-plus pounder heading up to the top rope now, and Xavier Woods going to meet him there.
He's in a bad spot to be staring at those cheeks, knowing something bad's coming.
And the honor roll by Woods.
Just a beat too long for Eric. Excuse me, Ivar, as he was going skyward.
That's the thing about the New Day. They might be down, but they're never out. Always on time.
Can't focus in on Ivar, who had a neck injury as well. Eric, though, going to... Whoa! Picked right out of midair.
I'll meet you halfway, Eric says.
Xavier Woods knocked out of the ring. Went for a full Nelson. Nice counter by Kofi. Trouble in paradise.
Completely cleaning the clock of Eric. Cleaning out the ring, and now it's one-on-one.
Has to turn his attention to Ivar now. Kofi catches him with a kick right to the face. Kofi Kingston now going up to the top rope, going to fly. Ivar able to duck underneath. Kofi rolls through. Big spinning heel kick by Ivar.
How the hell did he get his knee up that high? Right on time, Kofi's face eats Ivar's knees.
Now going for a second bite of the cherry. We've seen this before from the big man. Utter devastation ahead.
A doomsday song may have broken the legs of Kofi. Cover from the top rope. There's the big limit break elbow by Woods.
Perfect timing from Xavier Woods.
Cover. Almost had him, and Ivar had to kick out. What a sequence.
I thought the top ropes broke.
Check out Ivar here on the top rope. Barely gets over. I think he slipped on the top rope. Just about made it through. But that transition into a pin gave Xavier Woods just enough time to bust that thing wide open.
Just an incredible scene at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Over 60,000 here. First night of a two-night WrestleMania. WrestleMania Saturday. This is for the World Tag Titles. The War Raiders against the New Day.
War Raiders defending their titles in a brawl here to start this.
The last guy you want to be slugging it out with is Big Eric. If you're Xavier Woods, you're never going to win that one.
Eric pumped up. Oh, kick right in the midsection by Woods. Xavier Woods, former king of the ring. Looks for the honor roll again. Eric now finally gets the full Nelson in and a knee right to the back of the head. Oh, and listen to that kick.
He screams in his face as well.
Eric's lost his damn mind. Why did he go for a cover there?
A great point. I mean, I don't know.
He wants more. The War want more.
They put him through so much abuse, have the New Day. Now it's punishment time.
Oh, and from behind, Kofi Kingston saving Xavier Woods.
Eric just lost his mind there temporarily. Taken over by Rage, but it might be academic now.
Double team now, looking for the War Machine. And look at this. Kofi Kingston caused Ivar to lose his balance. He landed on the back of his neck.
And it was all behind the referee's back. Nicely done by the New Day. The fix may well be in here.
Tag made now. Xavier Woods is now the legal man. Frequent tags by New Day.
Kofi with a super genius play.
Remember the bad neck as well. From the top rope, Woods with some daylight. Cover by Woods, hook of the leg. Kofi Kingston with the assist, and the New Day win a 12th tag team title.
Here are your winners and new World Tag Team Champions, the New Day.
You know, Wade, to be honest, that was highway robbery, and there's a reason the New Day are running out of Las Vegas.
Running like they stole something. Kofi certainly assisted with the pin, but what a win for the New Day.
A re-energized, reinvigorated New Day, but this flying bullhammer to the jaw by Eric as the War Raiders went on the warpath, but hats off to the New Day. They ate everything and kicked on ticking, and this is where Big Eric lost the plot completely. Woods close to out cold, and instead of going for that pin, the War Raiders went to finish the job, but too crafty was Kingston on the outside. One daylight later, and this is proof positive that jettisoning Big E was the right thing to do for the New Day.
I don't know about any of that, but you obviously saw Kofi get the assist from the outside, and now the GOAT conversation should grow louder for the New Day in the tag team world.
Wade, you said it earlier how important this match was for the New Day to establish this new image they have. Well, this new image has led to become the brand new World Tag Champs.
This April, WWE comes to Clash. Clash of Mania, Clash of Clans. Play now.
Eat a Snickers. Jeez.
Guy, Ray J. One more. but no yeet.
Say the word Snickers.
No yeet, just the Snickers line.
Got you. Yeet.
Okay, Jay, there's no yeet in the script.
No yeet. Yeet.
No yeet.
Yeet.
No yeet.
Yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet. Yeet.
No yeet, yeet.
Yeet.
Why do you keep saying yeet?
She eat a Snickers, those.
Snickers satisfies.
What's the news?
Well, they're watching WrestleMania live tonight at Cosm in Dallas, Texas. This, of course, the interactive, immersive experience where if you can't make it to a premium live event like WrestleMania, you're going to want to do it right here. And they were celebrating the victory of the new world champ, Jey Uso, tonight. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada, over the weekend for, of course, WrestleMania, which is brought to you in part by Jackpot. Download the Jackpot Lottery app to start ordering lottery tickets right on your smartphone. New customers use code WWE for your first ticket free. A lot of people hanging out.
Yeah, the entertainment capital of the world. It's WrestleMania. The stars are out. O'Shea Jackson Jr., long time WWE fan, also host of a podcast that is great, and Michael Che, obviously host, writer of SNL. Also special on Netflix. And ladies and gentlemen, Grammy Award-winning rapper, singer, and songwriter, legend of a human, down 200 pounds. Jelly Roll is in the house. We love you, brother.
And what did Jelly do on Big Night?
Crushed it. Available now on Hulu. Shout out to everybody coming out and partying with us.
And we'd like to extend a special thank you to The Weeknd and Playboy Cardi for Timeless, a theme song of WrestleMania 41 off the new album Hurry Up Tomorrow. Make sure to catch Hurry Up Tomorrow in movie theaters May 16th. A storm brews between two once close confidants, now mortal enemies, driven apart by envy and betrayal. Up next, Jade Cargill will seek vengeance against Naomi, who seeks to prove her worth in the ring tonight. Let's first examine the shocking turn of events that brought Naomi to turn against her friends for the supposed sake of her livelihood.
Hey, we need some help! Hey, we need medics! Hey, we need some help here! Hey, paramedics! We need some help!
Look, all I can say at the moment is the investigation is still ongoing. I don't see any other option besides you having to relinquish the tag team titles.
No, I don't want to do that. What is she talking about? No. If she needs a tag team partner, I can step up to the plate. Yes. Naomi has always had my back.
Naomi is standing side by side with her longtime friend, now turned tag team championship partner.
We got to move forward with just me and you, but that doesn't mean that we're going to forget about what happened to Jay. You got Nia, Candace, Tiffany, Liv, Raquel. When I find out who did it, it's on site.
There's been a development in the Jade situation.
Is that Liv and Raquel? I knew it! I knew it! I told you!
This is the 7th Women's Elimination Chamber match in history. Naomi and Liv Morgan will start things off.
A storm is coming.
Jade Cargill is back! We haven't seen her since she's attacked! Liv Morgan, look at the look on her face!
Close the cage!
Well. Say hello to some comeuppance!
Wait a minute! Jade has attacked Naomi! Does she believe it was Naomi who attacked her a number of months ago?
Not to harp on Naomi much longer, but how did you know that she was the attacker?
You know, Kathy, all I can recall is being hit from the back and being thrown on a car. And then as everything grew dark, seeing Naomi just run away. I mean, that was my big sis. I mean, how can you trust anyone after that?
I've always been a woman to do the right thing.
I did it for you. I did it for us.
and you, we're done. Now that you're back, Bianca won't even look at me.
You tried to take me out because of your own insecurities. I'm not just angry. I'm pissed.
When I think about all that I've sacrificed, all that I've given, and that's what really breaks my heart.
Time has run out. This WrestleMania, the glow is fading.
At WrestleMania, I strongly advise you.
I'm your biggest threat
to proceed
because a storm is coming.
Caution.
This looks cute.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Orlando, Florida, Naomi!
Oh, wait, if Jade Cargill has her way tonight, they're going to be putting caution tape around a crime scene that Naomi's going to be in the middle of.
Well, it's been pretty rare of late that Jade Cargill has had her own way, in large part due to the actions of this woman, who far from being part of the Big Three was often treated as the third wheel as part of the Big Two, thanks to the behavior of Jade Cargill.
Jealousy, isn't that one of the 7 deadly sins?
I don't know about any of those, but I do know, like, there's been the times in the past.
Committed all of them, right?
Nancy Kerrigan, absolutely not. And there was a kicker that was stabbed one time in training camp. Yep. There are sometimes people that will attack within their own team so that they will have a chance to succeed. And that's seemingly what happened with Naomi. She made a play. That's you. So delicious. Shout out to this.
Hey guys, we are just outside Allegiant Stadium here, the site of WrestleMania 41. This is a perfect day. Sunny skies, calm winds, just an occasional light breeze. But wait a minute. The winds are starting to pick up a little bit. Clouds are moving in, and they're moving in fast. I hear thunder. I hear thunder. Lightning off in the distance now. It's getting stormy out here. Rain. Wait, that's rain with hail now. Holy smoke, it is escalating quickly out here. It is time to take some cover.
Jim Cantori.
He's graduated from your show.
He's very accurate at calling weather systems and storms.
There's a major storm brewing in Vegas.
Well, it's a good job we're indoors, isn't it?
Why do you always have to ruin everything?
I like the metaphor, it just didn't work.
It definitely works. You feel that aura that has just pounded you right in the face? Wade Barrett, that's the storm that Jade brings everywhere she goes.
She is one mad woman. Attacked by Naomi, cost her the tag titles. Naomi playing off this whole boo-hoo-hoo act. Oh, she took me away from my friend Bianca. Poor me. What she wanted was to get the tag team titles. That's all this was about for Naomi.
And her opponent from Vero Beach, Florida, Jade Cargill!
Go ahead, Barrett. I know you're waiting to eat me up now.
Listen, when the milk turns sour in any of your friendships, you should be the one to pour it away. Don't be the pussycat that goes ahead and drinks it. And I applaud the fact that Naomi saw this issue growing with Jade Cargill and was the first one to strike.
Next is for... Yeah, you have a lot of knowledge about that.
No. I made sure I never had friends in my career. That's why nobody ever stabbed me in the back.
Here we go, Naomi and Jade Cargill one-on-one tonight. This is the singles debut at WrestleMania for that woman, the impressive Jade Cargill. We're underway and immediately takes Naomi off her feet and Cargill pounding away. This will not be pretty, Wade.
Yeah, well, physically, Jade Cargill has absolutely no weaknesses whatsoever. However, emotionally, issues have been exploited in the past, and right out of the blocks, Jade Cargill has seemingly lost the plot.
You know, Pat, it was a nice deal. It was last year where Jade made her WrestleMania debut when she teamed with both Bianca and Naomi in a big victory over Damage Control.
Yeah, and it felt like the entire world stopped at that moment. She was on a run, on the rise, and then somebody ran her over with a car, tried to kill her.
This is the 10th match of the career in WrestleMania for Naomi. Obviously a lot more experience. I believe she actually threw it through a window, Pat, but nonetheless.
Oh, that's on me. I apologize.
Get your point.
That's on me. Still trying to kill her.
This isn't a Rikishi situation here.
Yeah, here's the problem.
Even though Naomi may have learned that from Rikishi,
well,
you get the point.
All of the experience of Naomi here at WrestleMania. She's had a massive career. It's been 15 years plus. She's won world championships, yet she was seen as the C-level player.
In whose eyes? Maybe in your eyes.
Yeah, and maybe
she might have felt like that. Nobody viewed her like that.
Certain commentators.
Oh, Naomi whipped into the barricade.
And this really has been a storm from the off, and things are really going south from Naomi from the word go.
Wait, from it as an in-ring performer, what impresses you about Jade Cargill?
Well, it's the physicality of the woman. She is like an apparition of an angel has appeared in there, perfectly built for combat. However,
goodness.
I don't care how many hours you spend in the gym, you cannot protect the eyeballs.
She's an angel. I want her to be my guardian, as Naomi catches her right in the side of the face.
Absolute superstar, but Naomi's been here, done that a lot.
Dragging Jade outside the ring, and face first for that X Factor.
And here's the deal, that strike by Naomi sums up that she has been completely underestimated by many, including Jade Cargill. This is not the Funkadactyl version of Naomi like she's often been treated. This is a top-level superstar who's about to smash some Jade Cargill.
And now Naomi right to the arm of Jade, and this time dropping her to the floor again. And again, Naomi almost like she was waiting for her moment, not getting out of control early on.
Right out of that early storm.
Nice.
She created this moment, obviously, made a decision. She was waiting for a moment, as she did wait out the storm. Great work out of Wade and Jim Cantori. Naomi in control.
And Naomi taking her time now, and nice blockbuster by Naomi outside the ring.
Everything's so smooth and easy right now for Naomi.
And here's the truth of this situation between these two. It really isn't as black and white as it's often been painted. Both women do feel like they are in the right. Neither woman, though, is here just to win. They're here to wipe a rival off the face of the planet.
And again, great takedown by Naomi, face first. Looking to pick up a win here over Cargill at WrestleMania, and a kick out. A win for Naomi means what tonight? Wait.
Well, it's justification. It's proof that you were never the B-level player or the C-level player surrounded by others. You are, in fact, the top woman around here.
What does a loss mean for Jade Cargill, Pat?
I think a loss for Jade Cargill would be problematic for Jade going forward. She has all the incentive in the world to get the win. All the revenge is on her side. The momentum, motivation, the power, everything.
They try to channel the emotion into a victory tonight, but Naomi right now is dominating.
Well, have you ever seen a more confident version of Naomi? The 15-plus years that we've been watching her, she's always been the quiet, fairly timid woman who's allowed others to take the glow and take the spotlight. Naomi has grown before our eyes over the past 3 or 4 months.
Again, Naomi into the cover on Cargill for the win, hooks the leg. Jade is able to kick it to near fall.
Complete control here, matriculating through the match, Naomi. Leg drop, let's test to see where she's at. Kick out, okay, we'll go back to the jaw and to the neck a little.
Interesting submission here being applied from Naomi to Jade Cargill, almost.
She's beating Jade down right now,
Jade
pretty good.
trying to battle out of this.
The other part of the issues for Jade Cargill, who simply doesn't have the same in-ring experience as Naomi.
And right to the back of the leg. And to your point, Wade, what a great counter.
Yeah, the experience Jade Cargill has often been alongside the likes of Bianca Belair, but physically there's still something left in Jade Cargill. How much remains to be seen.
What a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and the power of Cargill.
And that's the power that we all saw at night one. That told us Jade Cargill's going to be in the WWE for a long time.
And now Cargill starting to build momentum as over 60,000 look on in Las Vegas. Jade Cargill, the powerhouse, just sends Naomi across the ring. That power is just a God-given gift.
Also a lot of hard work. Spends hours and hours in the gym. Very explosive.
Seemingly originates from a plane higher than humanity.
Naomi, though, able to get the foot up and stop the momentum, at least momentarily, of Jade. Naomi now to the second rope. Look for a blockbuster again. Jade picks her right out of midair. You gotta be kidding me! Into a running power slam. Naomi somehow gets the shoulder up. That was insane.
I'm blown away by the fact that you can catch a human being flying at you from that angle, stack her vertically, and turn it into a jackhammer, and somehow Naomi kicked out.
And now with Naomi up on her shoulders, able to slip behind.
Just physics-wise, I have no idea how she was able to do that.
And a big boot, down goes Naomi. That was incredible.
Superhuman strength from Jade Cargill.
Jade is fired up. Retribution time against Naomi here tonight.
Smart once again from Naomi, hooking that bottom rope. Jade Cargill better keep her eye on the ball here. Too much separation, too much space. You cannot allow Naomi that.
The official Ryan Tran able to pull them and separate them off the ropes. And now Naomi from the second rope, this time going to go again, this time caught again. Naomi went to the well again, and it didn't pay off. Fall away slam by Jade Cargill.
You saw Jade Cargill playing possum there, just waiting, baiting in Naomi, knowing full well she had the power to catch it in full flight.
We're in a wrestling match, and Jade Cargill's playing catch. What a beast.
You're just humiliating Naomi as she stepped on her, walking over her. Cargill now heading to the second rope. Took a little bit too much time.
Way too long. Looked like she was going for a moonsault, changed her mind, and that indecision is all Naomi needed.
Kicked some dirt, wasted some time.
Naomi now from the top rope with Jade. And, look at this. Oh, what a bulldog by Naomi.
Several attempts at reversals there, but the veteran Naomi got the best of it. And now's the time.
Top rope. Split leg moonsault. Connecting to Cargill. Cover now by Naomi. Jade powers out at 2.
Well, it's a shocking kick out to no one more so than Naomi, who knew that should have been victory. And that must be panic stations after connecting perfectly right on the bullseye with the split leg moonsault, tightly hooked pin. If that doesn't do it, what the hell else have you got in the tank, Naomi?
Especially after a top rope bulldog. Naomi on fire.
Jade begging for more, and she got one. Kick right to the jaw.
Oh, what an error. Demanding a kick on the jaw, and you get one?
Hey, what Naomi's doing right now.
That only works in the movies, Jade.
Couple of kicks. Jade, though, able to intercept this time. Got Naomi hooked up and down. Naomi rolls through. Shoulders down for a victory. Jade able to kick out.
That was close. That was really close.
And now Naomi going for another submission maneuver. Almost a variation here. Wait a minute.
The rings of Saturn. Connecting center of the ring. Jade Cargill a million miles from the ropes, but desperately trying to turn this around.
And she does. Jade Cargill, great move. Now looking to power Naomi up. Cargill with Naomi on her shoulders, powering up to a vertical base. Naomi lands on her feet. This is wildly. Oh, Jade's got her up.
Too much power.
Naomi in deep trouble.
She's on the top floor.
Wow! Can you believe it? Turned it into a power bomb. And now Cargill's got her where she wants her. Jaded by Jade Cargill. What a WrestleMania performance.
here is your winner, Jade Cargill!
I am blown away.
What a fight.
Well, forget your favorites personality-wise. Both women laying it all on the line. Both women A++ tonight. But Jade Cargill simply had too much this evening.
Naomi had full control for a large portion of this match.
Yeah, the X factor outside the ring. With this right here,
this is outer-worldly.
Just completely defying physics, catching a woman flat here in that angle. Naomi went old school, but a boot to the face is the ultimate answer to whatever offense you throw. How many reversals do we see in a blink of an eye there? But Naomi, the veteran, pulling out that second rope bulldog. But look at this.
Top floor to the lobby quick. Power bomb.
And if you're going to pull out some new moves, now is the time to do it. And then Jade went old school. Jaded. Both women, hats off. But Jade Cargill, what a star you are.
Naomi has nothing to be ashamed of here tonight, but Jade Cargill with a star-making moment at WrestleMania. Well, after 26 years, the Wolves are back, stepping to Southtown for full-throttle battles and a saga reborn. Pre-order Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves today. Early access begins April 21st. It's time to rev it up.
Gonna take you for a ride.
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
What's up, WWE Universe? Guess what? SummerSlam, MetLife, 2 nights, and I will finally be hosting. And nobody better try me.
WWE SummerSlam, a 2-night event at MetLife Stadium. Scan the code to register for pre-sale information.
We gotta turn up!
Can't wait for SummerSlam, but we're still in WrestleMania season. Settle any score in Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves unleash full-throttle combos and devastating special moves with the exciting Rev combat system. See what all the Fury is about. Scan the QR code to pre-order your copy now. What a night it has been at WrestleMania. We got a brand new World Heavyweight Champion in Jey Uso. We got new tag champs in the New Day. Jade Cargill, absolutely exceptional. I want to invite everyone, right after WrestleMania goes off the air tonight, the WrestleMania post show, hosted, of course, by the great Joe Tessitore. It'll be on Peacock and all of WWE's social media channels. And tomorrow morning, WrestleMania recap. Sam Roberts, Megan Morant break down WrestleMania wherever you get your audio podcasts. It's going to be great. A lot of celebrities tonight, Pat.
Celebs are out. Thank you for hanging with us. There's Lily Singh. She's a television host, comedian, and author. Super talent. Thank you for hanging. And how about a multi-platinum
my guy
producer?
Little Yachty, my guy.
Little Yachty.
Okay.
In the building. Obviously, Michael Cole is a massive Little Yachty fan. As we all are.
Just went down.
We appreciate you, Yachty, for coming through WrestleMania.
Well, you know, WWE is presented by Xfinity. Stay connected to more of the WWE action you love with Wi-Fi built for streaming from Xfinity. Well, the United States title match is brought to you by Wheatley American Vodka. Wheatley is the undisputed champ of smooth, and it's 10 times distilled. We're going to get into more of that later on because Technique and Terror meet face-to-face. The megastar, L.A. Knight, defends the United States Championship against the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, in a match that pits swagger against savagery next. First, let's take a look at the history of ruthless beatdowns that brought us here.
One of the biggest stars in this entire industry, L.A. Knight.
I just need to cook for a minute.
missing the highlights. I'm a product of the never-ending grind. I'm a predator in this prime, right? Far above any height that you can climb. So why you fighting for the limelight? Somebody should have told you this is my time.
Let me talk to you. Fan support just breaks the scale for the megastar. Where he goes, we get major ovations. Call me what you want, but sooner or later, you will call me United States champ. BFT! Because I made it that way. With everybody saying, yeah. Everybody looking is gunning for this thing. It doesn't matter if it's open challenges, world-class athletes, all alike. But no. Nobody comes out with this because I won't let you. And that's the way it's got to be because I made it that way. Reckless and lawless.
Disturbed, violent, vicious, unpredictable, chaotic,
Absolutely unhinged. God help us all. There's a werewolf on the loose. Jacob Fatu was blessed with all of the physical gifts a human being could ever want, but none of the morality.
If you ain't know, I'm on gas, no brakes with it. Whoever get in my way, I'ma dog walk that ass.
How do you stop Jacob Fatu? The guy's like the undead. He just keeps coming forward no matter what you throw at him.
What y'all thought I was crazy? Huh? I'm just getting started.
Fatu is no longer satisfied in playing a loyal soldier to anyone.
That U.S. title, I'm bringing it home to the family. With you or without you. You know what I mean?
No, cut that. I understand that this thing makes me a marked man. But understand something. I've been a marked man from the day I walked into SmackDown with the chip or not. But at the end of the day, WrestleMania, it's the same song. And still, United States champion.
LA Knight, come on with it. It's either you lay here or I will beat your ass down. Hell, I'm America's most wanted. Hell, I'm a menace to society.
Oh no, a taste of what's to come.
I'm off the leash now. I'm all gas, no brakes down. The way I see things, that U.S. title is coming to me.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the United States Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 291 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
The question is, can Jacob Fatu follow in the footsteps of his family member, Jey Uso, who earlier tonight won the World Heavyweight Championship? Fatu seeking his first singles title here in WWE. Talk about unpredictable.
Well, Jacob Fatu does not view Jey Uso as a family member. Jacob Fatu is obsessed with winning gold for his family and ushering in a new era of Samoan dominance built in his own image.
Jacob can say whatever he wants, but it's true.
I know that his family is obviously very successful in this business. But whenever I say this guy might be the next one, I'm talking about the entire damn business, not just his family.
They're just teasing us, Wade.
We'll get there soon, don't you worry.
Little vodka. Word. Steve Weiser. Word. And Jacob fought to fight for a U.S. title. This dude's a dog.
Notice that nobody in the audience is booing Jacob Fatu. They simply don't care. And look into those eyes and the pitiless soul that resides behind them, and you understand exactly why. Bite your tongues, or he'll bite them for you.
Looks like you, McAfee, with the chauffeur driver.
Never in a million years, but LA Knight's arriving in style. They said that was too live and too loud. It overheated. Max capacity of heat of LA Knight in a Maserati.
Megastar entrance in the Maserati, which may well in part be due to the fact that Knight competed twice last night on SmackDown, and that body took a hell of a lot of punishment, and perhaps he needed a little assistance getting down to the ring this evening. Question the smarts of competing so close to this match.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the United States Champion, Knight!
You know, Wheatley American Vodka and the WWE are proud to be joined tonight by Senior Master Sergeant Michael Denight from the USO and Creech Air Force Base here in Nevada. Wheatley, raise a glass to Senior Master Sergeant Denight and all retired and active members of the U.S. military for your service.
What a hero, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You know, the entrances really tell a story, Wade, of the contrasting styles of the two men in this match.
Well, LA Knight got this place on their feet, and you like Bob Dylan, right?
Exactly.
Well, my loins, they are a-tingling. That was the famous Bob Dylan hit back in the 60s, and tonight, LA Knight wants to deliver a major hit of his own.
It's actually the times they are changing.
That's not how I heard it.
I get your point. Fatu, LA Knight for the United States Championship. Dozens of WWE Hall of Famers have held the gold over the years. Of course, the very first was mentioned by Triple H in his Hall of Fame speech last night, the great Harley Race. And tonight, LA Knight looks to retain. Jacob Fatu looks to win his first ever singles title in WWE.
Jacob Fatu is not scared to fight you post to post, coast to coast. He is everything that you would want in a champion here at the WWE.
Last month, LA Knight would knock off Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, look at that. Nice neck breaker by Knight.
Well, this is Knight trying to end things quick, I think. He took a hell of a beating last night.
Oh, went for the BFT, and Fatu countered. And now Knight looking into the eyes of a werewolf.
Well, the game plan of LA Knight was perfect. until Jacob Fatu had very different ideas, and there is fear now in the eyes of the megastar.
You know, Wade, I was going to ask you, strategy for LA Knight against this crazy guy.
Throw everything you can at the guy and hope whatever body weaknesses you have are not
pop up Samoan!
Too late. And the ribs of LA Knight, look how badly he had to grab them there.
That's because of the beatdown last night.
Oh, that spine of LA Knight, especially the entire midsection. 2 matches, 24 hours before. This defense is absolute insanity. I love the megastar, but sometimes he is completely delusional with that confidence, and he's going to pay the price here.
Jacob Fatu is just a crazy individual. This guy has done stints in prison. When he got out the last time, he said he was going to change his life around. Slept on a mattress in an abandoned home for a number of months just to get an opportunity to try to do this. Get involved in combat sports, and he's trying to make the most of it.
Had to learn a lot of lessons on his road to right now.
Yeah, you live that kind of lifestyle, it's going to give you an insatiable hunger. And that is the scariest part of Jacob Fatu.
He went for the sunset flip, and LA Knight moves out of harm's way.
Mentally, he's ready. Physically, he's ready. Is tonight the night where he gets gold, or is LA Knight?
Turned it into a cross-body lateral press kick out at 2.
And that frenzy of energy that took over this stadium when the megastar arrived has completely been neutralized now.
Yeah, from Maserati to now, there's a lot less boom.
This is Jacob's WrestleMania debut. A couple of important points here, Wade. He's never been pinned or forced to submit in WWE, and he beat Braun Strowman in a last man standing match to earn this opportunity tonight.
Yeah, it was a match that the whole world thought Braun Strowman was simply unbeatable in. It was a match that Braun Strowman has made his own over the past 10 years. Enter Jacob Fatu, rip up the record books. This guy is completely different to anything we've seen before.
I mean, he's an uber athlete. He's got a killer instinct. Doesn't give a damn about anybody.
And his size and his proportion make him very tough to stop.
And smart move by LA Knight. Go to the knee, take out Fatu. LA Knight now with a basement drop kick. Drives Fatu outside the ring.
Fatu, no stranger to the outside of the ring.
And LA Knight now drives Fatu right between the announce tables.
It was an ugly landing for LA Knight, who may well have jarred those ribs once again, caught the rope on the way through.
If you look at LA Knight, he's got about 3% body fat. The amount of work and discipline this man has to the craft of being our champion is certainly admirable, but he's in a dogfight with a
look at that power slam, caught Knight in midair. Fatu delivered it, trying to win the United States Championship. Hooks the leg now and a kick out.
Jacob Fatu just has that intangible quality that terrifies and captivates in equal measures. A natural-born fear factor for the entire locker room due to his abilities to pull off moves like that in the blink of an eye.
I like that, Wade. Fear factor.
I mean, he defeats opponents before they even get in the ring with him.
Went for the running senton, and Knight desperately got the knees up to the spine of Fatu.
Literally anything can happen with Jacob Fatu. He's athletic enough to be able to accomplish any move he wants to beat your ass, but then he can also ground and pound you out of here.
You get the sense the game plan of LA Knight is gone, and now it's just a scramble for survival.
LA Knight, though, no stranger to this. Had to
pop-up Samoan. Tried it again. This time Knight able to counter. Went to the well once too often. Well, maybe not. Oh, LA Knight, nice arm drag.
What a move by LA Knight.
How much is left in this tank of Knight? He simply can't follow it up.
He can't follow it up, but he's getting a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, but Wade, you're a 5-time Intercontinental Champion. That's what being a champ's all about, right? Digging down when you have to.
Ability to dig deep when it matters most. The problem is, can you dig as deep as Jacob Fatu?
Well, that could be the opening.
Maybe yes.
Yeah, Fatu went face first off the steel post. And now LA Knight with some body shots, kicked out of the midsection. And Knight starting the attack on Fatu.
That's our U.S. champion.
LA Knight into the corner with a running knee.
And from looking sluggish to looking like a perpetual motion machine once again.
A lot of yeahs in Las Vegas.
Shoulder to the post. Now on the other side, and LA Knight starting to put the beating on Jacob Fatu. Knight now turns him inside out. LA Knight with an opportunity.
LA Knight knew he was in for a fight and he was ready for it. Now he's going to the sky.
Yeah. Top rope by Knight, takes down Fatu, big elbow cover for his retention in Vegas, and a kick out at 2.
Well, how clever was that of LA Knight adapting mid-air? Clearly, Jacob Fatu was supposed to be lying flat on his back like most opponents. Gets up to his feet, but Knight still connects with that elbow. Just goes to show you simply can't keep Jacob Fatu down for long, and back again on the offense.
LA Knight just threw his absolute best shot at Fatu.
Fatu just has this beyond human ability to regenerate in record time.
It's one of those lessons we talked about earlier. Toughness, grit.
And LA Knight, he knew it was coming. And again, Knight knows Fatu well. Great defense there.
Great defense, but how do you follow it up when you've had the stuffing knocked out of you and your ribs are on fire? Go for broke, LA Knight.
That's what he's trying to do here. Trying to hook Fatu, who's hung up on the top rope. Big elbow drops Knight. LA Knight now. Incredible athleticism. And he turns it around. Fatu face first. Knight for the win. What a move by LA Knight. Fatu kicks it 2.5. Senior official Charles Robinson was right there with the call.
Incredible athleticism, balance, and raw power from the megastar that really should have been enough. But Fatu once again equal to it.
And LA Knight at this stage of the match, being able to jump all the way up to the top rope.
It's that Kavorka that's thick in the air here in Las Vegas.
Went for the BFT, the blunt force trauma. Fatu follows it up with a super kick. Drops Knight in the corner. LA is in trouble. Back him on up.
And looking fresh as a daisy once again is Fatu.
And again. Shades of Rikishi.
Just eating Fatu for dinner.
Late great Umaga. The nephew of both men is Jacob now, heads out to the apron. Fatu heading up to the top rope. Jacob Fatu from the top. Swanton for the United States Championship. Cover by Fatu. Kick out by Knight at 2. What a matchup for the United States title.
2.99 after Jacob Fatu did the unthinkable with a beautiful maneuver, that swanton from the top that really should have put the megastar away, but the megastar just grows into the brightest of spotlights, and it gets no brighter than WrestleMania.
I don't know how the hell LA Knight's still fighting.
First singles championship match in WWE for Fatu. LA Knight with much more experience when it comes to that at this level.
Absolutely. Jacob Fatu just throwing heads at LA Knight as the crowd's coming alive here. Split crowd.
Captivated by Jacob Fatu and his insane abilities.
Top rope moonsault. Caught him with a BFT. LA Knight with a BFT. On the attempted moonsault. And Jacob Fatu stays alive. Holy hell. LA Knight picked Fatu out of midair and a moonsault with a BFT. One of the biggest BFTs of his career.
From unbelievable to unfortunate in the space of 3 seconds, a perfectly executed BFT against a flying opponent just landed so badly for LA Knight.
Just picked off. Jacob Fatu in the sky.
That may have been LA Knight's last hurrah, or was it? Knight still fighting back.
Fatu is hurting in a big way here, unsurprisingly after that BFT.
Kick. LA Knight ribs.
Ribs first on the top buckle.
And El Fatu right to the small of the back. The ribs again, wearing down the champion.
Who would think of hitting a senton in that position?
So Jacob Fatu, obviously. Oh, and there's the Samoan drop from the top.
Every move so powerful and devastating.
Fatu, top rope, moonsault connects. Fatu's not done yet. Oh. Jacob's gonna go up top again with another moonsault. Covered by Fatu. Jacob Fatu is the United States champion.
Here is your winner, and new United States champion, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu!
legendary Haku. As Jacob Fatu wins the first singles gold of his career in WWE.
First of many, we all assume, but you have to appreciate your first ever title, Jacob Fatu.
I mean, this is an incredible match, Wade.
Both men showing A+ athleticism. This was the moment it looked like the megastar may have done the incredible putting away Fatu, but this man just bounces back time and time again, and that is just a work of art from the ultimate savage in this industry. And LA Knight was giving it everything he got, but when you absorb this kind of punishment, although that was a moment with a BFT connecting out of nowhere, and fortuitously for Fatu, he just landed in the right spot to grab the ropes. But
everything Fatu does is impressive, including pop-up moonsaults off the top rope. He hit 3 of them on LA Knight, and that was all he needed to become our United States champion at WrestleMania 41.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible night for the Anoa'i family bloodline. Jacob Fatu is now the United States champion. SmackDown better beware of the werewolf.
Wheatley American Vodka is for hardworking people with true American spirit. People who never just mail it in.
Oh, a thing of beauty!
People who rise to the occasion.
Here we go! Boom!
Men and women who know how to get the job done.
From the top! Oh!
And when the day is over, nothing's better than celebrating with something truly American.
Wheatley, so good, I drink it deep.
WrestleMania is coming back to New Orleans!
So many bitches look like my homie made of ice. Back is that true, I got nothing they like.
WrestleMania 42, live from the Superdome!
WWE fans, start playing Fatal Fury, City of Wolves, on Monday, April 21st, 3 days before launch. Scan the QR code and pre-order now for early access. While you're there, join the mailing list for your chance to win an exclusive WWE giveaway. Scan now. Now, the WWE returns to Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, with The Undertaker One Dead Man show tonight. The Roast of WrestleMania, featuring Tony Hinchcliffe and friends, tomorrow. And NXT this Tuesday, April 22nd. Tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster. Well, in the Countdown show earlier today, the announcement was made by Rey Mysterio. He is not medically cleared to compete tonight because of an injury suffered on Friday Night SmackDown last night. But he will be replaced in this match by the great Rey Fenix, who has a score to settle with El Grande Americano. And both these men's WrestleMania debuts next.
Born in the heart of Mexico and forged in the fire of tradition, the art of lucha libre is more than a spectacle. High-flying warriors and the masked heroes have captivated generations. It is a legacy rooted in honor, passion, and an unbreakable spirit. In lucha libre, the mask is sacred, a warrior's soul woven into every stitch. The luchador's mask may conceal their identity, but their undeniable connection can craft a legacy that echoes throughout eternity. Today, this time honored tradition carries forward, but there is one star that shines brighter than all the rest. He is a champion, an icon, a Hall of Famer. He is the evolution of Lucha Libre, and we all know that la evolución es un misterio. He is
El Grande Americano. After being blackballed for many years, it's a pleasure to be back. I was on my way to being a freaking hero for these people, just for the whole Lucha Libre community to rise up against me. So after all I did, you blackball me? Nobody blackballs El Grande Americano. I blackball you.
What the hell is that? A Hurricane Rana! Down goes Ray! And the security dragging this luchador out here. Doesn't that say American made?
That was checking. Ray wrong. That was El Grande Americano.
You're trying to tell me that the man who was out there wearing a lucha mask, that wasn't you.
What I'm telling you, Kathy, is security here is clearly pathetic.
You're a real jackass. Don't let him talk to me like that? Dr. Snow, really?
Greatest luchador of all time? Are you kidding me? Rey Mysterio and his little pals. They are just a cheap knockoff of El Grande Americano.
Is that a piece of metal?
It was a cool towel, obviously. But of course Ray couldn't help himself.
Oh no! Headbutt to Ray with a loaded mask!
Rey Mysterio thought he could insult the legacy of the great El Grande Americano. Now he finds himself too weak to compete at WrestleMania. And it doesn't matter who stands up in his place, not even if your name is Rey Fenix. Tonight at WrestleMania, the true identity of Lucha Libre will be revealed. Rey Fenix takes on El Grande Americano.
This is who I think it is.
Yeah, it's Chad Gabe.
No. Shoot. Try again, brother. It's a mariachi band.
Poor people forced to wear the El Grande Americano mask.
El Grande Americano has been great since he debuted on Monday Night Raw.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the Gulf of America, weighing in at 202 pounds, El Grande Americano.
Well, apparently Alicia didn't get the memo. He actually now hails from the Gulf of Mexico. And Pat, you explained that on your show.
That's right, it was an accounting logistical thing. Whenever he was born, Gulf of Mexico, you see.
Nonetheless, you guys do realize you can't spell luchador without Chad, right? Luchador.